Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Live China Music Podcast. I'm Will.
And I'm Ellie.
Welcome back. We're here again with some new tracks coming out of China. Very excited about it. How you doing, Ellie?
Yeah, pretty good. Keeping busy. I'm so glad I'm not in Chengdu right now, or Shanghai for that matter, because it's just nice and lovely here in terms of temperatures. So enjoying that.
Spring City. It's unfair. I am boiling right now. Just a pile of sweat.
Yeah, and
Lovely.
I'm grateful for the video being turned off.
Oh yeah, you best be. So what do you think about the batch of songs we got this week?
I think it's a high quality batch once again. There's some names that we've covered before, and there's one outlier which kind of knocked my socks off.
Please, just lay it on us. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, so Muk Lau Yan is the name of the band, and it means the person from the wooden building. And the track is Motion Denis, Strange You.
毫无准备，还没过半就输给了疲惫。冰冻的雪还要几个冬天才能溶解，在细密的雨句里找一个支点。全世界倾斜时，我站在另一面，夜里重复出现的梦魇，每次都猜不出转折时间。跟回忆纠缠着不肯妥协，放弃了你，然后放弃
Motion
自
Denis
己。
from Muk Lau Yan's self-titled album, which just came out on July 7th and was released with BA Records.
And just a deeply affecting song. And I just kind of love the whole narrative structure, just the whole concept behind this album in general. So this was put together by Chen Shi, who is most known as the vocalist of the post-punk band Snapline, who were big in the 2000s, as well as Chao Pu, the guitarist of or at least former guitarist of Queen C Big Shark, another kind of seminal band.
Yeah. So it's not coming from nowhere. It's such a fascinating concept that the people at BA were kind enough to send us some notes about how the album was created. And there's so much to unpack in there.
Well, first you kind of have this idea of like telling these stories of overseas Chinese communities. But that's just like kind of the first layer of it, I feel, because then it becomes, these tracks become like a soundtrack to a fictional film about a detective kind of in this community. Let's say it's like based outside of Seattle or something like that. But it's kind of fascinating because it is this kind of high concept mix of fictional and historical truth, whether it be the paper children being these these children who were kind of swept up into the American system kind of by not by accident, but like kind of during like a during a time when like paperwork was like lost and whatnot, and so like you kind of had to fake your way and like kind of fake your name and fake your citizenship into the country. But there's also like these more kind of roundabout stories of just a general idea of feeling like a stranger between two lands, between your your homeland and your newfound home.
Yeah, which that's a theme that I think will be resonating with a lot of people all over the world now. I remember I was talking about this just recently. I can't remember. I think it was with an artist who was talking about that. But yeah, having a dual identity from a place where you come from, or where your parents come from, or several generations before, and where you live, it can be delicate sometimes to manage different identities.
Yeah, it does become a very, in some way, like a surreal experience. And I think this album kind of captures the complexities in a very sincere way that doesn't go for like, I don't know, it's not trying to pull your heartstrings per se, but like because it has this other layer of this kind of fictional detective story, you also kind of lean it into the absurdity of the whole situation. And so you kind of, whether it be like, they're reading off of menus, or they're using samples of like of creaking floorboards and whatnot, it does kind of create a whole universe around it.
Did I see them mention cyberpunk stuff? Like I think there was references to Blade Runner and UFOs.
There's references to Blade Runner, UFOs, and like it's kind of hard to tell like how much of that is actually trickled into the tracks themselves. But like it is fascinating how all these ideas are swirling through their head while they're creating this kind of, I wouldn't say it's a folk album per se, but like it does kind of have the very rustic, very acoustic vibe to it, but it also has this very experimental edge to it as well.
Yeah, and I love this really pared down kind of production. There's not a ton of instruments coming in, but sometimes they'll have like the violins come in, and it just gives it so much emotion. I think it's done
it's
really
very simple.
Well,
because it starts with piano, which are quite affecting how those are used, and then you're saying like they're not overdoing it, but like when those violins do come in, and you kind of get those backing vocals, it really is evocative.
Yeah, really, really pulling at our heartstrings there.
It's a nice kind of empathetic snapshot of the diaspora.
Yeah, so I guess you could say it's a bit of a love letter to the Chinese diaspora all over the world.
Indeed. Definitely recommend checking out that album. Let's get into something a bit more laid back, a bit more, let's bring it down a bit with our next track.
Well, I don't know if we bring it down. We're making it more chill. We bring people to a more chill space, right?
All right.
This is 最美 Tainan by Run Run Run. It's I guess you can translate it as Enchanting Tainan. this was Enchanting Tainan by the band Run, Run, Run. And wow, I mean, this feels like rum and coke on the beach.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Just kind of just want to lay back, sip on a cold beer, sink your feet into the sand. Yeah, I mean we've covered Run 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 before.
Yeah.
And so we know that they're quite adept at capturing a certain kind of tropical groove within their sound, particularly one that has a more kind of southern China, Southeast Asian flavor to it. But here it's like they kind of really like just get a bit more comfortable and a bit more like let's just hit the beach up.
I mean, they're experimenting with Hawaii. They have a steel guitar in this track, which immediately evokes Hawaii. And actually, I don't know. Like after multiple listens to this track, I feel like it might not be the best mix of the two styles. I don't know how you felt. Like, I mean, this is a good track. It's pleasant to listen to, but those two kind of styles, it felt like a little bit on the nose for me after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose so, but like, I mean, this track is off of a compilation.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up as well.
That is wanting to lean in to these genres, whether it be easy listening library music, folktronica, the most kind of leisurely lo-fi sounds out there.
Yeah, it's a compilation coming from Fruity Shop, right? Fruity
yes, from their label
Space
Fruity
Space
Records.
Fruity, right.
So who are out of Beijing and who have put out quite tremendous work. I think most famous for Harry Styles wearing their T-shirt at some concert at some point.
I wasn't aware of that, but yeah,
I mean, pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, and I mean they've been around for quite a while now. They've been doing a lot of contributions to the music scene in China, and this compilation that also came out in July. It was on the 17th of July this year. It's called Yiyuan. Do you want to talk a little bit about this as well?
Well, it just kind of like it gathers a lot of people who have been on Space Fruity's albums before, whether it be Run 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 or Mole Eyes, which is just kind of the side project of the Molds. And also on the album there are artists like Abeng and Shenji who are a part of Railway Suicide Train, who we've covered before, and a couple new names like Packy Packy, whose track I really liked on here, as well as Space Fruity's founder, Mi Mo, who or Jai, who goes by Mi Mo here.
Yeah, and I think it's a very, like, I want to say that, like, easy listening kind of a vibe for the compilation. Is that? I don't know. I feel that's probably
I would
rubbish.
say so. I think it's I do think it's a very kind of delicately curated compilation. Like these are strictly instrumental tracks,
right?
And they're strictly kind of going for something very much like a Wanderlust, kind of a gardeny, just kind of background music, you could say. So basically the inspiration for this song, they say, came from when they were on tour in Taiwan, and they were down in the Nantou province, which I'm guessing is down south.
Yeah, Tainan is a city in the south of Taiwan.
Yeah. And so they said like it just kind of, while they were there, this melody just kind of came to them over beers and the setting sun. And it was just something that they held on to when they went back to Beijing and, immediately just kind of recorded it and then built upon it from there.
And they did mention Run 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 are working on a new album.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking heard it here first, everyone.
Right on. So, keeping it fresh and light, the next track we have is called Butterfly. And this is 蝴蝶 by 动物园钉子户
or Zoogazer.
Butterfly by Zoogazer. And this is a single that was just released. Let me see, sorry. It was released on the 16th of July. We talked about these cats not so long ago, I feel. Earlier this year, right?
I think it was almost like a year to this day. I think they had a release last fall. And I think what we took away from that was like how willing the band was to kind of, stretch themselves out musically and how they've kind of evolved over the years. And I think, this track kind of, it feels very much in their wheelhouse, but it also feels like they are continuing to expand on their sound and find new interesting ways to kind of delegate their kind of city pop, synth pop kind of a chill wave vibe they got going here.
Yeah, it does feel like it's there's this cohesion with the album that came last, but there's also some departure. And I mean, I'm always falling for the electric piano and the just like mellow vibe that's going on in this track. I think it's just lovely and great for the summer.
Yeah, it is like you think it's easy to like put together a song like that, but like no, like finding like hitting that groove, hitting that kind of really mellow groove like this is I think is super hard to do. It's particularly in the production.
Yeah, it's easy to to become cheesy. It's hard to keep it effortless.
Keep your
like,
cool.
or seemingly effortless. They even got in a little bit of a rhythm there, a little bit of a skank halfway through the track. I didn't think they'd do that.
Yeah. So I think this is I want to say this is maybe like a track for a upcoming EP, perhaps. There's definitely something in the pipeline coming up with Zoogazer, which is always exciting. 'Cause I think it's been a good 2 or 3 years since their last LP. So I think we're gearing up for something nice from these guys.
Yeah. We're due for a full album.
And so, do you know who put out this track, by the way?
I don't.
So this is SJ Records.
Shenzhen Records.
Correct. And they're also the ones putting out the next track we're going to be listening to, right?
Yes. And what would that track be?
This is the latest from Red Hair Teenage Murder Case, or in Chinese,
红发少年杀人事件. This is 发光的季节. Crazy season.
Yeah, but
So-
I mean, talk about high energy.
Yeah,
This,
and going in a bunch of different directions.
I bet you got excited by the little ska little thing they had almost going there.
They almost had it going.
Almost had you.
I think it comes up twice in the track, the beginning and then in the middle. Reminded me of like force wave ska punk stuff. I don't know that. It was a fun little note in the track.
Talk about a track that kind of just comes out of the gate swinging. This just comes. It's just a bit of a rush, this kind of track, and I think this band who have gotten quite big over the past year. I believe they just came back from a tour in Japan, where they got to actually play with one of their idols, Number Girl, or at least a member of that group. And it's just great to see them kind of capitalizing, on this kind of a commotion around them. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and you have to seize the moment when you start to get reactions and people commenting. Just go and seize that opportunity. These cats are from Guangzhou, right?
Correct. Yeah. And so I believe their last release was put out with I don't know, I want to say like Small Animal Records perhaps. But it seems they moved over to SJ Records recently. And so this is off of an 3-track EP, which also includes tracks produced by none other than Yang Hai Song of PKA 14 fame.
My.
And so it's kind of happy to like see like, you don't really feel his presence too much in the production, which is nice. He kind of lets the kids just kind of give that blistering, noisy, really messy kind of sound that I think kind of captures that fleeting rush of regret and yearning that comes with like the changing seasons, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's also an album that deserves to be listened on headphones, because even though I guess the producer did let them make the decisions, but the recording is on point.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If their debut was a test drive that got them on the map, this is a good, I guess, kind of a appetizer to really where they're going to be heading next. And so just really good, raw, crunchy, volatile, just alternative rock that this scene surely always needs.
Yeah, I really like those good adjectives you found this time around. Yeah, crunchy and volatile. I think that does work. Very nice, very nice. That was 红发少年杀人事件. So what's that English name again? Red hair.
It's not really clear if they've settled on one, but like it's red-haired youth murder case.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of just go by red-haired now because I think censors have started to get a little pissed at the whole murder of it all.
Okay.
And so they kind of leave that off a lot of the promotional stuff these days.
Right. Okay. So redhead. Neat. And so to close our episode today, we are going back to Shanghai and your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm. Indeed we are. And this is a track from one of my favorite bands in Shanghai. And they've been kind of like, people have been waiting for this album, I feel like forever now. And it's finally coming out. This is Dizang, and the track is Voyage.
无量河 Voyage. Voyage by Dizang. And this single came out on July 9th. And it's once again an exciting release from WV Sorcerer Productions.
Indeed, I believe the full LP will be released on the 31st of July.
Okay, so it'll be out by the time this episode comes out.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, you've seen these guys before, right?
I mean, we saw Damien and I can't remember which one it was. One of the other guys in December when we were in Shanghai. But we were chatting with them, and you were teasing about when this album coming out. But when I last saw them, because I saw them in Thailand, and I saw them in Kunming. They came by last year, I think, maybe in the spring, and yeah, I was really impressed with their live performance.
Yeah, it's a really fun yet it's kind of hard to explain. I mean, it's a bit of prog rock, it's a bit of psychedelic, it's a bit of world music. It's this kind of just collision of all these really creative musicians who are all bringing their A game and coming into, the studio with these ideas that they kind of just find ways to blend and merge together.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of emotion, and I feel there's a lot of verging on the neurotic attention to detail, which I say was a lot of love, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I've always been fond of these guys, and I think this is another really really good track from them.
Yeah, it's a track. It's 12 minutes long, so like it takes its time, but it never like finds a lull. It kind of, there's always a kind of, it always enters a new arena like every few minutes, where it kind of takes a turn and now you're somewhere else, and the scenery is kind of always changing with this track. I believe they said like this is the last track that they recorded for this album.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know where it's going to fit in the album, but they did say that this was probably the most Dizang of their tracks, because it came at the end of the recording. It has this
what, freewheeling spirit?
Well, like it's a condensation of the heart of what Dizang wants to achieve, because as that's what they were saying, that this track is Dizang的味道最浓, so it has the strongest flavor of Dizang. So they feel this is the most this track that reflects more what they're all about, basically.
Nice. Yeah, I like how he also mentions, like, it gives him a sense of piracy, like this kind of exploring uncharted islands, whether it be Treasure Island, Skull Island, and I think that's where the English tag on Voyage comes from.
Yeah, I mean, there's exploration. That's definitely part of what they're doing. I mean, they're always
that's what these guys do. They come in there, they explore, they check it out.
I agree.
They take you somewhere, and I think this album is gonna take people somewhere, because I mean, it's kind of sad because the band is kind of broken apart now, or at least they're not all in the same place anymore, so they can't be, they're not doing shows all the time, but it seems, slowly but surely, like they're gonna try to put together a tour with the
Well, that would be
release
really
of this
great.
album.
Because I was as I was saying, the live show is a trip. If you allow yourself to get into what it is they're offering, I remember stepping out of the concert and being like, wow, I felt like it was a special space-time bubble. And if they manage to recreate that with this album, that's gonna be one heck of an album. And this track looks like that's what they're doing.
So yeah, so Ellie, actually, I didn't even mention but the clarinetist, the flutist on this track is someone we've covered before.
And who might that be?
Haiti of Flu Flof Len. And so he had he's coming in hot on this track as well, and I do believe he's a part of some of the other tracks.
I'm not entirely sure
right?
about the other tracks, but definitely he was involved in not only just recording for them, but part of the production of this track, coming up with some of the melody, if I understand that right.
Nice, very nice. Well, yeah, as we said, like the album will be out by the time you get this in your ear holes. So just jump in. I mean, it's WV Sorcerer, guys. It's gonna be great.
They never miss, do they? Okay, that's it for us today.
Hey, we I mean, we did it. I mean, we charged through. We ain't messing around no more, everyone. We're gonna find you new music coming out of China. We're gonna bring it to you. We're gonna shove it in your ears, and you're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it,
and you're gonna be like, more, please, more, please.
Yes, that's what we're doing here. So, I think, I mean, you know what I want to do for maybe next episode? I have an idea, and I think we can include this here.
Okay.
I feel I won't have the time to properly edit the whole Chunyo adventure that we had.
So you guys are gonna love it. We're gonna be back with new tracks soon enough. Ellie's got his Chunyo thing he's still got to figure out, but don't worry, we talked it backstage. We got that covered. But yeah, a very exciting things coming up, guys.
Yeah, and so enjoy your summer. Enjoy the beach if you're by the seaside. Enjoy the sun, or winter if you're down in I don't know, Argentina or Australia. Anyways, have a good one.
Thank you for checking in. Till next time, this is a Live China Music Podcast. Laters.
Bye-bye.